Okay, so you know the brick part of your phone, the power supply? It's what you call a static converter. It actually implements two types of static converters, at least two that I know of. Okay, one of them is a voltage converter, which steps down the voltage so it doesn't overwhelm your phone's electronics. And perhaps more fundamental to the use of electronic instruments in general is something called a rectifier, okay? A rectifier's job is to convert AC current to DC current. So all of the current that comes out of your wall and your outlets, that is AC current. That reverses its polarity constantly on an ongoing basis, which is bad for electronics because it'll fry them. So all electronics run on DC current. So what do you do so you can plug your electronics in and actually charge them? Well, that's what a rectifier does. Okay, so you may be asking, what's the difference between a static converter that involves a rectifier like we normally use, and what's being shown in this video, which is a solid brick of molded steel that can be plugged into a wall? Well, the main difference is the rectifier contains diodes that only allow electricity to flow in one direction. Now, this nullifies the effects of the AC constantly changing its current direction. And the solid block of steel just fucking kills you when you plug it in. Like instant kill, okay? I mean, it's not insulated. What did you expect to happen? How are you gonna plug that in without dying? Now, perhaps even more blasphemous is the fact that this guy is actually creating a connection with the USB charger by just forcing it in to this semi-molten metal. That will never work again. Even if you manage to remove it, all of its contacts have been melted and have been fused with this just random molten steel. That'll never be good for anything again. So you may be asking, what actually happens if you try to plug something like this in to charge your phone? Well, first of all, you would get electrocuted, okay? So here's the thing. Besides that, the voltage that the contacts in the USB charger is rated for has to be way below what wall outlets put out, okay? So this doesn't look like it's an American style charger, but I checked this all over the world. Wall outlets put out anywhere from 110 volts to about 240 volts AC. Your phone only charges on between 5 to 20 volts depending on the phone. Usually it's around 5. So what's going to happen first is you're going to get zapped by this 110 to 120 volts AC. And then what's going to happen is that USB cable is going to start smoking. So while you're paralyzed with electricity just flowing through your system and you can't let go of this, the USB charger is also going to get really hot and start smoking. So it can burn your hand too. And then what's going to happen is you've got about, probably 240 volts AC going into your phone just unchecked by anything. That thing is going to pull a Samsung Note 6 and just blow up on you. This device will pull a whole ass Mortal Kombat fatality on you if you try to use it to charge your phone. I mean, if you're lucky, maybe the circuit breaker will trip and you'll just get a little jolt and your phone will never work again, but you'll be fine. But that's not guaranteed to happen. This very well could fucking happen. This little molded thing, despite looking like a phone charger, this has no resemblance to an actual phone charger, okay? This is more reminiscent of one of those fucking double-headed dildo cords, like the dual male end adapters. This is something you plug in if you decide that your house doesn't have enough fire in it. So yeah, there's getting things wrong on purpose to rage bait, and then there's just telling people to do things that will get themselves killed just as clickbait, just to farm engagement. I used to post on this website called Totsy back when I was a teenager, and we had this meme where we would tell annoying people to huff raid. Like, instead of saying kill yourself, we would say huff raid. These guys are basically trying to convince you to huff raid, like the bug spray. So, like, fucking, I don't know, man. There's one redeeming quality to this, though, which is that anyone who would fall for it probably doesn't have access to molten metal because their parents won't buy them anything to melt metal with. But I don't know. I think I'm gonna go make this thing because getting electrocuted makes me cum. Xiao Hong Shu, bitches. That's right, it was me, Yap Dollar, all along.